What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to show you a quick and easy guide on the mechanics of the ultimate challenge in the Digimon collaboration event. If I'm being honest, I wasn't really planning to make a guide for this instance, simply because ROX has already posted a written guide on the mechanics. However, since the game was implemented yesterday, I've been receiving DMs in my character and some comments in my videos about the guide on this instance. So here it is. One of the key problems why I'm not really fond of this activity is because of the lag inside the instance, as it feels like I'm playing at a very low FPS. You will see this later in the video. So first and foremost, what is this new instance in the game? This instance is the final leg of the DG Crisis activity in the collaboration event. In this activity, you need to fight a boss monster and accumulate as much clearance rating as you can in order to get the maximum rewards. The clearance rating is shown at the top of your screen when you are inside the instance. Your main goal is to reach a clearance rating of S or higher in order to complete the missions in the Digimon Battle Pass. Also take note that even though you have reached the highest clearance rating in this activity, you are not allowed to leave the instance, as that will not be counted in your mission progress. So make sure to stay inside the instance up until the timer runs out. Now that we know the basics of this activity, let's now check out the mechanics of the fight. First, when you start fighting the boss, all you have to do is to avoid the skills that the monster is dishing out. There are skill markers on the ground in order to show the direction of the skills. So this is pretty simple and straightforward. If you cannot tank the damage, just try to avoid the skills. By the way, I'm using a support in this video, so I can have a broader view of the actual instance, as I don't really have to focus too much in dealing damage to the monster. But anyway, when it comes to dodging the monster skills, this big circle right here is something that all the players should avoid, as this skill can literally one-hit even the tank and high HP players. Now, when you reach this phase of the instance, the mechanics of this is very simple. First, look at the color of the basket near the monster. Next, look at the color of the balloon in your head. If the color of the balloon matches the color of the basket, run directly to one of those baskets and place your balloon. However, if your balloon doesn't match the color of the basket, you can change that by running to a similar colored balloon in front of you. As you can see right here, my balloon changed to the color green, and now I can go to the basket and place my balloon and get the immunity buff. If you are unable to do the steps that I've mentioned, you will instantly get deleted in this phase. As you can see right here, one of my teammates did not change the color of his balloon, so this player is unable to place it on any basket. After that test, the monster will use its telegraph skills again, so just try to avoid it in order to sustain your clearance rating. See this right here? This is what I was talking about earlier. See how laggy the game is. It feels like I'm playing at a very low FPS, which is quite weird, especially since my settings are turned on to run the highest FPS possible. Now, we are at the second test of this activity. This time, we are dealing with a simple card game. As you can see on the screen, there are 6 cards on the floor. 3 of those cards are for the boss, and the other 3 are for the players. This is where you should listen carefully. The 3 cards at the top are for the boss monsters, so don't bother stepping on those cards and just focus on the 3 cards below. Next thing that you have to take note of is that in order to flip one of your cards, you need to have 4 players on top of it. As you can see right here, all of us are stepping on one card in order to flip it. Once it's done, We move on to the next card until all of our cards have been flipped. If you manage to flip all of your cards, you will see a green check mark at the top of the monster. That means that you have succeeded in this test. However, if you didn't succeed, all the players inside the instance will instantly get deleted. Once you have completed this test or trial, the monster will again go back to using its basic skills. Take note that you should avoid going inside the circle of fire as this will deal continuous damage to the players inside of it. Now, once you see this message on your screen, this means that the third trial is about to start. The main goal of this is to save one of your teammates who will be disabled during this test. Unfortunately for me, I was the selected player for this run. The sign that you have to take note of is this circle on top of a player's head. This means that the player needs to be carried over to the Light of Revival area in order to remove the debuff. A carry button will be shown on your screen when going near a disabled teammate. If you weren't able to get the disabled teammate in the Light of Revival, that player will receive an insta-death. As you can see right here, it was already too late for me, as my teammates did not carry me over to the Light of Revival area. But anyway, these are the mechanics of the ultimate challenge in the Digi-Crisis activity. These trials will be triggered multiple times inside the instance, so just do the steps that I've mentioned in order to survive up until the time runs out. Hopefully, this guide was able to help you in this activity. If you have any questions, just write it down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, and if you want to see more ROX content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. GG!
You're a superhero.